What happens if they can't pass a budget?
So what the Government of Wales Act says, as we've discussed previously, that if you can't pass a budget, then 75% of spending is carried forward and the rest is held back until a budget can be agreed, which will be after the election. So it'll be an immediate cut to public services, which is very painful. The other scenario, which nobody's really talked about, is calling an early election, because it's been previously assumed, I think, because we have fixed-term Seneds, you can't cut and run as you would in the Westminster Parliament. But 2/3 of the Senedd can vote to call an election. Now, in the normal circumstances, because it's fixed term, you'd still have to have another election in May. It wouldn't achieve very much. But within 6 months of a Senedd election, you can pull that lever, the emergency brake, call an election early with a 2/3 majority, and then not have to repeat the election in May. So we could bring forward the Senedd elections.
Where this might be attractive to the two establishment parties is that election would have to be run on the current system.
That's right.
So you would be running on the mixed regional list, first past the post
60
constituencies, 60 members, which would speak to the Conservative volition not to have an expanded Senedd. Is there a scenario, do you think, where the Conservatives and Labour do want to get together for a 2/3 majority to put together an election by that 6th of April deadline?
Well, look, I'll engage with this as a fantasy, because that's what it is. Let's be perfectly frank about this. It's an option. It's a constitutional option. Yeah. So it's right that we talk about it, but it's a fantasy because
it's unlikely.
It would require the 2/3 majority, which would be Labour and the Conservatives working together, because you wouldn't get Plaid to work with this for obvious reasons. It would be the end of Senedd.
What are the obvious reasons?
It would be that they're more likely to benefit from an election held. Yeah, this is politics, surely.